Welcome to your Morning Boost, your daily leadership advice to help you lead your school community. Brought to you by AWB Education and sponsored by Grundmeyer Leader Services, where together we are transforming education, one leader at a time. Now here's your host, Adam Bush.
Well, good morning, school leaders. Welcome to your Morning Boost, your daily dose of inspiration and practical tips. And I have an exciting announcement to make today. Our show and our services, we have a new partner. Grundmeyer Leader Services' mission is transforming education one leader at a time, and that is the ultimate goal we have with this daily podcast. I'm really looking forward to how this partnership is going to strengthen our support for you here in the future. Now, today we are diving into a topic that's on the top of mind for many of us today as the holiday break approaches, and that is how do we support students who may be struggling. We know that the end of this semester can be a challenging time for students of all ages, and if that happens to coincide with the end of this calendar year as well for you, there's just added stress that comes with that stress of exams, projects, holiday performances, classroom parties, all of the excitement and sometimes anxiety of an upcoming break can make it difficult for students to stay focused and motivated, whether this is the end of a grading period or not. This is certainly a time that is really a struggle for a lot of students. And over the years, I have noticed, and I think even more post-pandemic, that really the week before a long break is where we start to see some additional behavior starting to creep up with our students. And now that we're in that final week, for most of us, that it's probably going to really start to hit ahead for some of our kiddos. Now, I've had some former administrators say to me that now is the time to focus on academics, and keep pushing us to the end. But I'd also like to remind us about this quote. It's not just about the academics. It's about the whole child. This quote reminds us that our students are more than just test scores, benchmarks, and GPAs. They're individuals with unique needs and challenges. As educators, we have a responsibility to support them holistically, especially when some of our students, they just might not be looking forward to what life at home is going to look like during this break. I mean, as the holiday season approaches, it's important to remember that not all students experience this time of year as a joyful occasion. For some, the holiday break can be very stressful or even a traumatic experience. So as we're going into break, here are a few strategies I'd like you to think about as we're supporting those students who might be struggling. We're going to focus on elementary students first. Think about ways that we can shorten down some assignments that maybe we have at this time. There might be a lot going on at night. Breaking down some longer assignments into smaller, more manageable chunks, maybe trying to focus on the things that we can do in class and not worry as much this week about the stuff outside of school. Also, really focus on positive reinforcement. Remind your teachers to celebrate small victories right now and specific praise, boosting some self-esteem and reminding our students about all of the great stuff we have going on in school. It's also a good time to think about some relaxation activities, some mindfulness work here. Incorporate some deep breathing exercises, things like that can help get through the school day and promote calm and focus. Another good thing here is that open communication piece. Create a safe space for students to share their feelings and concerns. It might be a time where our teachers may need to probe a little bit with some kiddos, like, are you doing okay? Are things going okay for you? Another idea here is to really focus on incorporating some collaborative activities this time of year. Organized group activities. They foster a sense of belonging and help with that community feeling for our kiddos as well. And of course, a lot of our teachers are going to incorporate some holiday-themed learning. Incorporating some of this into lessons, it's going to help make learning fun. It's going to help make it more engaging. Now, if we talk about secondary students, this is a great time to think about check-ins. Just a few minutes a day. Try to check in with our students, see how they're doing, see how things are going, offer some support if they need it. Remind them that we are here for them, that we are a partner for them in their education as well as their lives. With the check-ins, don't forget about that important positive reinforcement, acknowledging students' efforts, but also offer specific feedback that helps boost that motivation. It's not just about good job. It's about why was it a good job. Secondary students also can benefit from mindfulness, relaxation techniques. Again, practice deep breathing. Maybe it's a little time for a little just quiet time, a little meditation. I've seen some teachers do this before, and it's very, very beneficial. At first, students, so like all secondary students, like, why are we doing this? But again, give them an opportunity to just be quiet for a little bit. Get off your phone and check out for a little bit. That's okay. It's also a good time of year to remind your students about the mental health resources that are available, providing that information for them about where they can access these resources, and also encourage students to seek help. Again, there's a lot going on this time of year. They may have some struggles at home too that they're just not as willing to share, especially with our secondary students. We know this becomes an issue for them. Just remind them that those resources are available. And then the last thing to think about, this is a great time to do some community building activities within the class. Maybe it's kind of a social event, or if you have clubs going on in your secondary buildings, it's a good opportunity to, again, foster that sense of belonging. Really, the point here is that if we can implement a few strategies, we can create a more supportive and nurturing learning environment for all of our students, especially those who may be struggling during the holiday season. A little effort can go a long way in making a positive impact on a student's life. Thank you for listening today. Have a great day. Happy Monday. And we will talk with you again tomorrow.
You have been listening to your Morning Boost by AWB Education in partnership with Grundmeyer Leader Services. You can find out more about our services by clicking on the links in the description. Remember, you are doing this vital job that only a few can do. So until next time, thank you for your service to your community.